Okay, hello, welcome to our this is I think third lesson. Is it
Third,
third
yeah.
lesson? Okay. So in this lesson we are going to talk about this measured word, or some people call it classifier, some people call it counter. It's a very important component in Cantonese. You cannot say a noun without the measured word sometimes. So whenever you remember a word in try to memorize a word in Cantonese, you need to remember it is classifier also. It's like how let's say you're learning some European languages, you need to remember those like the how do you call this, like article of that word, the masculine, the feminine, masculine. It's like that. But in those language, you only need to remember two types because it's only masculine and feminine. But in
Feminine.
Cantonese, you need to remember lots of these things. So basically I've list the most like frequently used one here, and you see I guess more than 10 somewhere, quite
Yeah.
number. So but they are really important, so we will be learning how to use them, and then we will go through some very frequently used one in Cantonese. Okay, so
Okay.
before we start, I want to just do some quick revision of
Mm.
the how do we ask questions in Cantonese, because I'm thinking maybe we missed some parts. So going back to this, in order to say I do not do something, the negative one in the present, not about something in the past. You add the before the verb.
Mm.
So this sentence goes like this: 我唔識講廣東話.
Tôi không biết nói Quảng Đông話.
So I do not speak Cantonese. 我唔識 don't know, and then 講 is to speak. 廣東話 is Cantonese, so I don't know how to speak Cantonese. It goes like this. But to make this a question, just remember that this is a present thing about now. To make it a question, you repeat the verb and add a in between. So let's say this one, the main verb here is 識, so that will become, if I'm asking you, then the subject will be you, 你. 你識唔識講廣東話啊?
Lý識唔識講廣東話啊?
Like that. So this will be a yes no question. To ask. You can also say 你識唔識講廣東話 without the but then that will sounds a bit abrupt, like it ends abruptly and sounds weird. For us, usually only your parents talk to you like that, or interrogation like it. So 你識唔識講廣東話啊? Remember to add it to the end. 廣東話啊. Okay. The thing I think we missed is I didn't say how to answer this. So to say yes, a positive answer to this question is you just say the verb. Yeah, you just say the verb. Or 識 like that. If it's a no question, if it's a no answer, then you say 識. 識. So with the verb, and then of course you want to add the at the end. Okay, 識. Okay, and there is some verbs in Cantonese that compose they consist of two characters. Like for example, 食飯. Basically, 食 is like to eat, 飯 is like a object of it, right? But it also means something like it doesn't only mean like to eat rice. It also means to have a meal. Just remember that whenever we have this more than one character, like two character verb, we repeat the first character only. So 食唔食飯啊?
識唔識飯啊?
食唔食飯啊? Then that will be a yes no question asking. Literally, it sounds something like do you eat? But that is not do you eat. The meaning of this question is do you want to eat? Do you want to eat? 食飯啊? So it's not necessary that we need to use the word want in this question. 食唔食飯啊? That will mean something like do you want to eat? 食唔食飯啊? Okay, so this translates to something like do you want to eat? Do you want to have a meal? Something like that. just remember that we only repeat the first character of the verb. So we don't say 食飯唔食飯啊, that sounds weird. Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to eat? So, because I want to quickly finish this so that we can go to the classifier one, just want to ask you to make another question. So, for example, to sleep is 瞓覺.
瞓覺.
瞓覺. 瞓覺. Then how do you ask? Do you want to sleep?
哦，瞓覺啊？瞓覺啊？
瞓覺啊？
瞓唔瞓覺啊？瞓覺啊？
瞓覺瞓唔瞓覺啊? So do you want to sleep? Like that. You don't say 瞓覺唔瞓覺啊? I hear some people say it like that. Usually non-Cantonese native speakers in Malaysia, sometimes they do that.
Oh.
But in Hong Kong we don't do that. We only repeat the first character. Okay. So another one about the question in the past. This is statement. Like I did not. 今日我冇食飯.
I
didn't eat today. Usually the usual order in Cantonese is like this. 今日 the time is usually after the subject. In English, it's usually at the end of the sentence, but in Cantonese, it's usually after the subject. You can put it at the beginning also, but that is not a usual way. If you put it at the beginning, it will be sounds like you are emphasizing today. You are making it the topic of your sentence. So, today
is today.
Like that. But then you cannot put it at the end. It's either at the beginning or after the subject. Okay. Okay. So to make it a question, we talked about this last time. We say 有冇. Mo is basically mo. Do you know the meaning of mo on its own as a verb?
None. None.
Like to like there is no, or I do not have, like that. And 有 is to have, right? 有 is to have. So have, don't have. 有冇 and then the verb. Then that translates to did you do something in the past? Okay, so 你今日有冇食飯啊？
你今日有冇食飯啊？
Did you eat today? 你今日有冇食飯啊？ So to answer this question, yeah, this is the part that we missed. I didn't say how to answer this question. The positive response to this question will be 有.
有.
Oh, 有啊. Of course, you always want to add that. 有啊. And then if you want to explain a bit more, then sometimes you can add it or you can skip it. 有食, you can say that. 有 and then add the verb. Of course, you can say 有食啊 also. Okay. And then if it's a negative response, then you say
冇啊.
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 冇食啊, like that.
冇食啊.
Okay, so this is how you answer this question. Okay, so this is all about verb. For asking a question related to the verb, yes or no, then we have this like sometimes people don't want to call it tense, but it's like how tense works also. Like it's about present, and this one is about past. And then but then for adjective, there is no difference in present and past. For questions related to adjective. So I will edit here. If you want to ask a question, like for example, this one, 佢好開心, he is happy. If you want to ask a question about if he is happy, it's like how you ask a verb question in the present. So adjective, like that. And again, this is only the first character of the adjective. Only the first character of the adjective. That's why so this will be like, are you, adjective, like that. Not necessarily are you, can be like is he, am I, like that. But you know what I mean. Like yes, no question related to adjective. Okay, so here, can you try to make this one then? Turn this to a question.
佢 Do I include who?
Oh no. Because who is when you have a subject, and then you add 好 and then to an adjective. You use it in this kind of statement. In question, you don't use 好.
Okay. So 佢開心啊？
But 開 and 心 is the same tone. So 開心
sorry. 開唔開心啊？
佢開唔開心啊？佢開唔開心啊？開唔開心啊？
開唔開心啊？
Okay, so is he happy? 佢開唔開心啊？ Yes, okay. Is he happy? So can you guess how we answer this question in both like yes or no? How do we do this?
開心
Yes.
開心
Yeah, we just say the you just you just say the adjective and then maybe you add at the end. How about no?
唔開心
唔開心唔開心 yeah, like that. So 唔開心啊，我唔開心唔開心 like 唔開心啊 you can skip the subject. If you want, you can say the subject also. So 佢唔開心啊，佢開心啊 like that. Okay, so this is how we do the question, the things that I think we missed in this lesson. So I want to go back to here to do this. So remember, for adverb, we have one for present, for question related to now, or can be related to future also. Okay, so but this one is related to past, something in the past. Did you do something? Did you do something? If he's talking about experiences, remember we add a 過 at the end after the verb, right? So 冇去過 meaning I haven't been to. 冇食過 I haven't ever eaten. I never eat. So if you want to ask a question like about this, is the same construction with this, just that you add a 過 after you add a 過 here. So let's say like this is 我冇食過香港菜。我未食過香港菜 sorry. Because this one is using me. Maybe we use this question, this statement. 佢冇學過泰文。
佢冇學過泰文。
He never learned Thai. But how do you ask if have he ever like that? Has he ever learned Thai?
佢有冇學 Do I 過泰文
Yeah. If you're asking the past like that, have you ever, then you need to use the 過. So basically you just add a 有 here. 佢有冇學過泰文啊 like that. Then there will be a question. Has he ever learned Thai? Like okay. Okay, so I think this is what I want to go through. Okay, before jumping into the classifier here. Okay, let's get started. Okay, this is I think I will be using this name classifiers. Some people call it measurer, some people call it counter. Counter. Yes, okay, and so there are several ways to use this. Let's go through it together. The first one is you add a number. Say you add a number before the classifier, and after the classifier, you can add the name, or if it not a noun, you can add a noun. But if the noun is understood, you can drop it also. It's not necessary. Okay, so like for example, this is 40幾個人。
40幾個人
40幾 is like 40 幾 is something. So 40 plus something. Okay, 40幾個人。個 is the classifier here. We use 個 to count people. So 40幾個人. In English, there will be nothing in between, nothing here. But then in Cantonese, we need something here, which is the 個 here. 個 is the classifier for people, or for many things in general. 40幾個人. One of the most commonly used one. 個. Okay, so this is a way you tell the amount of something. But let's say if I ask 呢度 here
呢度
有呢度 there are 有
呢度有
幾多個人啊
Or how many people are there here?
呢度有幾多個人啊？So 呢度 is here，呢度有幾多個人啊？So how many people are there here? How many people
are there?
Okay. To answer this question, you can just say 40幾個。Just as I said, because you know we know we are talking about people already. So this is also one reason why this is called classifier, because classifier give you a hint of what the thing that we are talking about. Because classifier, they're like classifier tells you a hint, like certain characteristic of the things that we are talking about. Although Go is in a very general classifier, but other classifier will be very specific. Like for example, this classifier is for long object, thin object, like that. We will get some hints from there. So in this case, you can just say 40幾個 to respond to that question. 40幾個. That's why I said that you can drop the noun. Okay. And then another usage of the classifier is to say this or that. In English, you just say this and then you add the noun there, right? There is nothing you need to put between the noun and then the this or that. But in Cantonese, you need to add the classifier here. So remember, this is li in Cantonese, li. And then that is go. Go. So you add the classifier here. Again, if you have the classifier, sometimes you can drop the noun. Okay, so here we are going to into another the second classifier that we're learning. D is a classifier basically for plural things in general. So plural things. Okay, so yeah is something. Yeah is stuff or things. Yeah. So 呢啲嘢，呢啲嘢，呢啲嘢，these things，我唔知㗎，我唔知㗎。㗎 is sentence final particle to emphasize something, and when you need to. So 呢啲嘢我唔知㗎，like you can translate it to exclamation mark. 呢啲嘢我唔知㗎，don't ask me like that. 呢啲嘢我唔知㗎。呢啲嘢我唔知㗎。So you cannot say 呢嘢。You cannot say that. You have to say li and then the classifier and then yeah. Or you can also say, if it's not plural, then you can say li go yeah. But whenever it's plural, then it becomes di. You can use di for all things if they are plural. Okay, more than one. Okay, so 呢啲嘢我唔知㗎。Okay, or 嗰啲嘢我唔知㗎。
Those things.
So how about, can you try to say I don't know this person? I'll explain a bit. So the usual word order in Cantonese is always like subject and then verb and then object, right? This one I moved the object at the beginning because this is the topic of the sentence. So this is not the usual order. It will be the usual order will be like 我唔知呢啲嘢㗎。
Okay.
This is just I use this sentence because this is used in memes in Cantonese a lot. So that's why I put it here. 呢啲嘢我唔知㗎。Like don't ask me. 呢啲嘢我唔知㗎。
Okay.
It's a yeah. So the usual order will be 我唔知呢啲嘢㗎。Subject, verb, and noun. So yeah, I don't know this person. This person. Then that will be.
Is it a plural?
I don't know this. No, singular. This.
Okay. 我唔知。
Okay, wait. C is to know something. C is to know something. To know someone, this is to know something like stuff. But then if you to know a person, it's sick. Sick is to know a person or a skill. 我唔識廣東話 I don't know Cantonese. So I don't know this person. How do you do that?
我唔識呢
The
呢
classifier
個
for
人，
呢個人classifier for people is 呢個人我
呢個人，
唔識
我唔識
呢個人
呢個人。
So if people are asking like which person do you not know, then you might want to say 我唔識呢個 dropping the 人 if that is the case. But if you suddenly say this sentence from your own, like there is no context of that, then you need to say the 人我唔識呢個人 or otherwise people don't know what is 個 because 個 is a very common classifier that used for many things. 我唔識呢個人I don't know this person. Okay, so moving to the third one. This says personal pronoun. Personal pronoun meaning 你、我、佢、你、我、佢。Okay. Or you can also use like those like father, mother, 爸爸、媽媽 those things.
Okay.
You can also use name also, like just people's name here.
Okay.
And then add a classifier and then add a noun. So that means the thing of someone. That thing of someone. So like for example, this one 你個嘢。
你個嘢。
嘢 is thing, right? 你個嘢。Your
So
thing.
your thing.
你個嘢壞咗啊。
壞咗啊。
Y is break. To break. 咗 you remember what is 咗
past tense.
Past tense. Past tense. So 你個嘢壞咗啊。Your thing is broken. 你個嘢壞咗啊。
壞咗啊。
This is another meme. I think we saw it a while ago. So this is a person, very well known person in Hong Kong, going to I think this is something called Food Expo, like exhibition of food. There is so many booths selling different kinds of food, and some of them there is games for you to play. This is a game that you use this stuff. I don't know if you see that. Something like this, something that looks like this.
Okay.
To grab the things, those like expensive seafood there. So I think like there is time limit maybe for 1 minute, and you can get as much as you can using that one. But you need to use that. So but then this woman, this lady was saying 你個嘢壞咗啊. Your thing's broken, and then she is using her hand. You can see.
Oh no.
Yeah, so she got a lot of things. So this become a very very famous sentence in Cantonese. Yeah, 你個嘢壞咗啊. This is I guess is like a WhatsApp sticker. There is a song of it. 你個嘢壞咗. People make a song out of this. Yeah, and there are some people trying to teach this in English. How to say this in British English. 你個嘢壞咗啊. So yeah, 你個嘢壞咗. Your thing is broken. People say it out of no reason nowadays. If you know someone from Hong Kong, if you just say this sentence randomly, they will laugh.
They will know.
你個嘢壞咗啊.
你個嘢壞咗啊.
So maybe you can try to make some sentence out of it. So you do know how to say friend in Cantonese?
朋友.
朋友. 朋友. Okay, this is the so-called correct pronunciation. In Cantonese, sometimes there are some sound assimilation, mostly because of the sound after the beginning of the next syllable that affects the end of the first syllable. Meaning this sound sometimes affect this sound. So ng we call it back nasal sound at the back, because this is at the position where you pronounce k, right? This is at the back of your in your mouth. But then there is a front nasal sound which is n. N is where you pronounce the t, right? Ta 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 na na na. It's at front, right? The Y sound here, the J sound, or you call it Y sound, is is kind of front, right? Also, so sometimes it will affect this sound, and many people will pronounce this as 朋友 like that, 朋友.
Oh, 朋友.
I don't think we talk about this, right? No, we didn't talk about this.
Not yet.
Okay, so if you write 朋友 down, this 朋友, if you write it down in Cantonese, the character means poor friend. Poor meaning you do not have money. So 朋友. Yeah, your poor friend. 朋友. Yeah, so some people will, if they care about those, they will say, oh, why call me poor friend, something like that. But most people, I don't think they. I think this pronunciation is very, very common also. This is called sound assimilation. Yeah. Yeah, because it's always easier to pronounce it. Front sound here, because the sound right after it is a front consonant also. So here 朋友 or 朋友, whichever, I don't really pay much attention to that. Some people will make a fuss about this, but I don't really care about this one. Usually, it might even be better for you to sound more local though. If you do this. Okay, so 朋友. So can you say try to say your friend ate.
Okay. 你個朋友
你個朋友
你個朋友食咗啊
食咗 usually
食咗
we add a 飯 after you 食咗飯
食咗食咗飯食咗飯OK
你個朋友食老同食 because when you eat you eat like this 食咗飯 I think in this sentence you can skip that out 食咗飯 if it's just a statement 食咗飯啊 I think in this sentence you can skip that especially when you have 咗 there 走咗呢個朋友走咗your friend eat or had a meal 食咗飯呢個朋友食咗飯 okay so going to the fourth one okay so this one your and then classify means your so 佢 sometimes you can if it's personal pronoun with a person after it sometimes you can drop the go also so you can say 你朋友食咗飯 also but 你嘢壞咗 sounds very weird so 你朋友食咗飯 is okay 你朋友食咗飯 let's say my father will say like 我爸爸
我爸爸
佢朋友
我媽媽
佢朋友
佢朋友
I think it's easier for us to drop the classifier here when it is a two-syllable word. So this is a phone is 電話 or 電話 we can also say
電話
but if it's a single syllable word somehow I will find it very weird if you drop it. Okay, so going to the fourth one here. Classifier plus a noun without any numbers here, or without adding the personal pronouns, or without adding this or that, li and go. Just classifier with noun. That sometimes means sometimes means the. So it depends on the context. That's why when I guess most people when they learn English, Cantonese speakers, they don't know the difference between and the because they are the same in Cantonese. Okay. So for example, this one, 嗰度 over there 嗰度有個人 in this sense 嗰度有個人 I think it can only be translated to there is a guy over there In this sentence, you cannot say the but when people translate to English, they will be struggling. I guess. But yeah,
over there.
嗰度有個人，嗰度有個人，the guy is over there. No, there is a guy over there, not the guy over there. Okay. This can be only be up. Okay, and 條友。
條友.
Okay, wait. This should be 友. Okay. So in Cantonese, sometimes those noun, they have a tone change, and then after the tone change, their meaning will be a bit different. Their meaning will be a bit different. Let's like for example, 女仔 is like a female girl, young, usually young children, something like that. Or yeah, a girl, 女仔. Girl. So but if you say 女 in second tone, that means your daughter. 我個女. How do I spell something?
GHAUGH.
Like this, right? Suddenly forgot how to spell it. That means your daughter. Sometimes people use it to call your girlfriend also.
女.
女. So, but many of these tone change, you see this one is from fifth tone to second tone. Many of these tone change, they ends up in second tone. Many of them. Okay, so we have seen this character just a while ago. Is the character in 朋友, right? 友 is fifth tone. But if you say 友, change it to second tone, that does not mean friend. That means a guy, a dude, something like that.
Okay.
So 友. And then here we use another classifier. Learning another classifier. 條 is a classifier for some long and thin object. 條.
So is it a tall and thin man?
Not like that. Tall and thin object. 條 is usually for like train. Like usually for like string. Yeah. 條. Necklace and those kind of things. Yeah, 條. So 條 is like that. But it's usually for object. Now we using it to count a person, meaning you are trying to like being impolite.
Insult.
Yeah, you treat the person as an object. Okay, so 條友. I mean, 友 is not. You can see it's not so polite also. So 條友.
Very casual. Yeah.
條友. You are trying to be a bit impolite. 條友. Wow is to say that. Wow is to tell, to say. Wow. 佢唔識我. So he said that that dude said he doesn't. While maybe because he actually knows you and you feel not happy of
like pretending.
That, so you call him 條友. 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 So 友 is whenever we have this kind of tone change, the meaning will change a bit also. And most this tone change in Cantonese will ends up in second tone. Just remember that. Second tone. So another one we have here. Maybe we can do a example sentence of this. Okay. So like for example, okay. So how about like the friend went to Hong Kong.
Wait. What is to go again?
去.
Okay, so the friend.
The friend.
I don't say 條友.
條友. You can say that, but 友 is not a friend already. 友 if it's second tone is not a friend already. You need to use
朋友.
this.
朋友. 去咗.
But the. So 個朋友
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 ，sorry，對朋友，
個朋友
個朋友去咗香港，
個朋友去咗香港。Okay. So let's go to this one. This two is about how to ask question using classifier. So basically there are two questions that you can ask. Which something, which noun.
Okay.
Which plus noun. In Cantonese is which, bin is which. Bin is which. And then classifier and then the noun. So like for example this one, 邊隻狗?
邊隻狗?
Which dog? Gao is a dog. Zek is a classifier for many animals. Zek. So don't use it on a person. Zek. Okay. 邊隻狗?
邊隻狗?
係你嘅.
係你嘅. Yeah.
It's yours. 你嘅. So like for example, which dude do you like? How do you say that?
邊有?
No. The same. The order will be the same as a statement in Cantonese. We don't change the order of the. When you make a statement become a question, you just substitute the noun there with the question mark. So which dude do you like? The order in Cantonese, the word order in Cantonese will be like you like which dude? Yeah, like
so 你女 is it 女?
你
like is like
你中意
中意so 你中意邊 which one do I 邊條友?
邊條友 yeah 邊條友 條 is the only classifier you can use with 友邊個友 yeah you have to use 邊條友邊條友 yeah but of course this is not a polite thing to say 你中意邊條友 so which do you
中意
邊條友 okay so this is a so to answer that you say 呢條嗰條嚟嘅this long tall and thin object or that object not tall actually because I'm thinking it was a person but it should be long and thin object yeah because it's used to count object not a person originally okay so yeah 呢條友嗰條友我中意呢條我中意嗰條okay and then the next question you can ask using classifier is 幾 and then plus classifier and then the noun here you can or you can skip it also you can say 幾多 also 幾多幾多 but people want to make it short so you can skip the 多幾 so for example 你想食幾碗飯碗 is a bowl so 幾碗飯飯 is rice we have seen it so many times 飯 very important word in Cantonese 你想食幾碗飯你想食幾多碗飯
你想食幾多碗飯
you can add the 多 you can skip it it's the same so 你想食幾碗飯你想食幾多碗飯 to answer that you say 3碗2碗1碗 like that
okay with the wound
so how can you say how many dudes are there again the Cantonese word order will be the same as a statement so there are how many like yeah
okay so do I say go
嗰度 嗰度。
嗰度。
There is 嗰度。嗰度。
sorry, yeah. 嗰度。跳。
What is the verb?
跳
Verb is the verb.
幾
The verb of this sentence.
sorry. 喺
Here we use the have to have. 嗰度有。
有
嗰度有。嗰度有。
嗰度有 how many do 幾幾條人條人
有 If you use 人 then you need to use 個。
I'm trying to be polite. 條友
Yeah. Okay. The is not necessary if you want to be impolite. 嗰度有幾條友。Like this. Okay. So this is all about the usage of the classifier. Just quick review. So going them quickly together. So number plus classifier is to tell the amount of something, like how many. 一個、兩個、三個。And the noun, if the noun is understood, then you can drop it. 一個人、兩個人, or 一個、兩個 like that. And then this and that, you need the classifier in between also. So 呢個人、呢條友。嗰個朋友 that friend 嗰個朋友。Okay, so personal pronoun with classifier of noun, you can say 我個朋友。
我個朋友。
你個女 daughter。
你個女
Okay, 你個女。Okay, so 我朋友。You can sometimes
我朋友
here you can skip the classifier if I think more likely to drop it if it's 2 syllable characters. Okay, so classifier plus noun order. So 條友。You can say something like this. 條友傻咗。傻 is you can translate to stupid or crazy. Stupid or crazy. So 條友傻咗 will be the guy. The guy is crazy.
That dude is crazy.
條友傻咗。條友傻咗。The dude or that dude. Yeah. It can the as long as it's a the, it can be definite. So it can be this or that also. Yeah. It's just not say in the sentence. It can be this or that depending on the context. Okay, so and then 2 question, you can say been for which, or 幾 for how many. Okay, so let's go through this list together. A lot of things, but they are the most common ones in Cantonese. If you remember all this, then I don't think you have any problem. But just remember that, as I said in the beginning of this lesson, because they are very important, like you see all these things, if you skip the classifier here, it will sound very, very strange, like in these kinds of expression. But you see how commonly this like expression will be used, I guess. Like very frequently used things, right? This like you will be saying this, that, and then how many all the times when you talk. So when you remember a noun, especially a noun, please remember the classifier you use with it also. Okay, so first one, go. We use go for really, really many things. Usually, when you cannot think of which one to use, maybe you can try go. See if it works. Okay, for like for example, this is my phone. I use go. For this one, I use go also. So there are many things that you can use go. Just whenever you don't know which one to use, you can try go. Sometimes it will sound weird. Sometimes, especially for those that there are other classifier that people usually use, and if you use go for those things, then that will sound weird. But if you cannot think of which one to use, then go to this.
Let's go.
Okay, so 一個人.
一個人.
That would be one person. 一個人. And then 啲 is plural, so some 啲嘢.
啲嘢.
Those things, or these things. OK，一包糖。
一包糖。
包 is a bag or package, something like that. A pack of something. 糖 is candy in Cantonese. There is another same character, different pronunciation. This is
sugar.
sugar. 糖. 糖.
糖
And 糖.
糖
So again, I think this is a tone change. It's originally this tone, but then they changed it to second tone to
second
mean
tone.
something else. Okay. Okay, this one. 嗰部電腦。
嗰
嗰部電腦。Wait, wait, hello, hello. Is it working? Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. You hear me?
Hello, yeah.
Oh, I stopped a bit. Okay, okay. 嗰部電腦，部 you use it to count machine. 部。So, not necessarily machine. Some gadget also. So for example, 電話 is also 部。
部電話。
部電話，電腦。So, those things. Okay. And 杯茶，你杯茶。
你杯茶。
你杯茶，茶。
茶。
杯 is a cup of something. Cup. 你杯茶。Okay. And 三本書。
三本書。
本 we use it to count books. So 一本兩本。你本書 your book， 我本書 my book， 佢本書 his book， 本書 the book。Okay. And 一打橙。
一打橙。
一打 a dozen of something。橙。橙 is orange。Okay. Okay. And 嗰對夫婦。
嗰對夫婦。
對 is a couple. Or it can be also a pair. A pair. So you can say 對筷子，筷子 is chopsticks.
筷子。
筷子，對筷子，三對筷子 three pairs of chopsticks.
Three pairs.
Okay. And 筷 is a piece of something. 筷。So 一塊肉。
一塊肉。
一塊肉。This is usually 塊。When you use 塊, they have a certain thickness. 一塊。一塊。So 一塊肉。肉 is meat. Okay. 我駕車。
我駕車。
駕 is you use it for vehicle. So 我駕車。車 is a car. And then 你間屋。
你間屋。
間屋is used for building. 間 is used for building. Or I think you can use it for shops also. Restaurant also. 間。Okay. 間 so 你間屋。Okay. And 舊 we've seen it in 一嚿水。You remember what is 一嚿水？一嚿水 water. 水 is water. 一嚿水 what is 一嚿水？
一嚿水。
一嚿水 is 100 Hong Kong dollar.
Yeah.
一嚿水。So we have already seen it there. 一嚿 can be a pile of something. 一嚿水。But 一嚿屎 is shit. 一嚿屎。Okay. 件衫。件衫。You use 件 for clothes, and you can use it for metal also. So 一件衫。一件衫，兩件衫，幾件衫。Okay. 盒 is a box. So 四盒糖。
四盒糖。
Okay, so this one here they use N here mostly, I guess, because in Mandarin it starts from N. I'm not sure though, but then no one pronounce it like this. 一粒米。
一粒 my.
Even I think even for those people who believe in those correct pronunciation ideology, I don't think they would say
Mm.
yet nup like that though. Yeah, okay, yet lup, mai.
Rất lắm. Máy.
Lup is a grain, a small, like yet lup. Usually wrong stuff. Yet lup. Okay, we already
Tiêu.
see this yet 條友. 條友.
Nhất thiểu dấu.
Again, this is there is a tone change, so this is second tone. 有.
Dấu.
有一條友. 條友 long and thin object. Okay, and then 碗 is the bowl. We've seen it also. 碗飯.
Bún phàn.
隻.隻 is for animal. 隻嘢.
Chắc yeah.
Yeah is for stuff, but if you say 隻嘢, that means like that creature, some like that animal, like 隻嘢.
Okay.
隻嘢. But some people, some especially I think females in Macau, they say 隻嘢to mean that person. 隻嘢. They say like for example when they mention their boyfriend, they say 我隻嘢. My animal.
My
like that. 我隻嘢.
my creature.
隻嘢. Okay. And then 樽
Chân.
is a bottle of something. 樽. Or there is another way to say bottle. 支.
Chi.
樽 and 支. So 樽啤酒.
Bé cháu.
啤酒 is beer. 啤酒. I think the 啤 is the like the sound of this beer. And then 酒 is just alcohol in Cantonese in general. 啤酒.
Bé cháu.
So 樽啤酒. Or you can also say 支啤酒.
Chi bé cháu.
樽啤酒. 支啤酒. Okay, so 支洗頭水.
Chi sải thầu sởi.
洗 is to wash. 洗 is to wash. 頭 is your head. 水 is water.
Oh.
So the water you use to wash your head is
Your head.
shampoo.
Shampoo.
Okay. And last one here, 張.
Chân.
張 is a thin piece. We have seen
Tall
phi.
and thin.
Phi. This one phi is for a thicker piece. But 張 is very thin, so like paper. 張紙. 張.
Chân chỉ.
Okay. So I think this is all for today. Do you have any questions about classifier?
So many questions, but not now.
Okay. Okay. Let's ask you next time maybe.
Okay.
Okay. So I think this is the end today. Next time we will be looking at some other expressions in Cantonese. So some of the sentence new expression that we'll be learning will be based on this, because if you don't know all this, you don't know how to move on. So please
Okay.
spend some time on this. Okay. And thank you for watching. We see you next time. Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.